Hello, hello. Welcome back. This is FFJmon, and you're watching my YouTube channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. In this video, I wanted to show you guys the new Mega Dream set that just came out in Japan for the Pokemon TCG, and I wanted to basically do a little comparison between Mega Dream and Terastal Festival, which was basically the special set that came out last year. So if you guys remember, Prismatic Evolutions is like the English equivalent of Terastal Festival, and this year Mega Dream is basically going to be the upcoming Ascended Hero set that's going to come out in English. So I wanted to basically do a comparison between the cards from Terastal Festival that many of you guys know versus Mega Dream, and basically see how some of the hit cards kind of stack up between the two, and also kind of just show some of the similarities between the Mega Block versus like Scarlet and Violet, and just kind of talk about that a little bit. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's look at Mega Dream and Terastal Festival. Alright, so let's take a look at Mega Dream EX. So this is the Japanese set that's going to be coming out, or has already come out, but Ascended Heroes, the first wave of it's going to come out in January 30th of 2026. So this is basically your special sets. So basically your special sets do not, have booster boxes, and basically like they're kind of the special sets that do a lot of reprints from other sets, but then they also have like, a lot of cool like chase cards and stuff, and they're released like the product that is released with them that has like the most booster packs would be the booster bundle, but then they have ETBs, they have like typically like sticker collections, poster collections. Examples of special sets include like Shrouded Fable and Prismatic Evolution from the Scarlet and Violet era, Paldean Fates, and Black Bolt. Actually, no, Black Bolt and White Flare. Yeah, Black Bolt, White Flare. Stuff like that. Crown Zenith from Sword and Shield. So yeah, basically they're special sets that typically reprint a lot of cards, but then also have a lot of cool new cards that people can pull and chase. So I just wanted to do a little comparison because it's basically like a year ago, comparing when Prismatic Evolution came out, or Terastal Festival, versus Mega Dream, which most of these cards will be in the Ascended Hero set. So I kind of just want to look through which cards you're going to get out of here, and kind of just, do a little comparison and see how the next special set has kind of compared to the last one. So as you can see, there are a lot of reprints here. Like this is from Destined Rivals or Heatwave Arena, and a lot of these cards are kind of just like reprints. And I'm on TCGcollector.com, JustinBasil.com. They kind of typically use to look up sets. They didn't have like Mega Dream populated, so I went to TCGcollector.com, and just kind of showing a lot of cards that we've kind of already seen before, like this Gardevoir's from Mega Evolution base set. And a lot of these cards are cards that have been used before. But then we got some cool ones here. We got like Mega Lucario EX, we got Mega Hawlucha EX. And a lot of these are from like the Destined Rivals set. Then I got Scrafty, that's pretty cool. A lot of these commons and uncommons are pretty familiar. Oh I got the Mega Dragonite EX. I think all the double rares are probably new. There's probably a few reprints, like I think that one is. But I think there's some new ones in there as well. And you got your trainer cards. And then going into your art rares. So I think this would be equivalent to your illustration rares. So that's one difference I think already, is that in Prismatic Evolution, there were not any illustration rares. It just went from, your double rare all the way to your special illustration rare. And a lot of people were upset that Prismatic Evolution did not have any illustration rares, because that made the pull rates just so hard to actually like get any good cards, just because you didn't have any of these illustration rares that were a little bit less, or the odds were a little bit better, so you could still get some good stuff, but then obviously you maybe couldn't get some of the, you know, more desired cards, but at least you were getting something. And hopefully a lot of these art rares from Mega Dream will become illustration rares and Ascended Heroes, so that'd be the goal. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these. So we got this Beauty Fly, which is pretty sweet. That's really cool. Got Dustox, Bidoo, that's cool. Ethan's Macargo, I like that. I like that a lot. Numel, that Psyduck's really cool. Reminds me of like the Misty Psyduck from, I think, Destined Rivals. Yeah, that's a cool card. Snorunt, Helioptile, Misdreavus, Togekiss, Hops Trevenant. That's kind of cool. We got Team Rocket's Mimikyu, Team Rocket's Dugtrio. I like that. This Metacham is sweet. I really like that. That's awesome. Huh. Let's see. You got Cynthia's Spiritomb, Obstagoon, En's Zekrom. That's pretty cool. You got Dreepy and Dracoloak. Those are pretty cool. And then you have Rotom. So yeah, those I think are going to be all your illustration rares. So, and you know, they might throw in, I don't know if these will all be in Ascended Heroes, but I assume most of, if not all of them will be. And then I don't know if there'll be any extras that will be different between the Japanese and English, but yeah, definitely cool. Then you got some item cards, got some trainer cards. And then here's the new rarity, the Mega Attack Rares, which basically are like a comic book style card that shows like a name of the attack. So in Japanese, it'll show the name of the attack in English, and in English, it'll show the name of the attack in Japanese. So that's really cool. So we have this Charizard. Is also a promo card you can get out of the Phantasmal Flame Elite Trainer box. But then this is also the card you can get just out of Mega Dream or Ascended Heroes. So that's a really cool card. I really like that. I probably like that better than, honestly, like the special illustration rare Charizard from Phantasmal Flames is amazing, but there's just like a lot going on, and there's like 4 Charizards in it, and obviously people really like that, but I kind of like this better. Like I kind of just like the art style and having it be on its own card and stuff. Like I think this, I would prefer to get this card, to be honest, even though the other one, of course, is so much more expensive, but I kind of just prefer that. And then, yeah, got some other ones. Mega Frostlass. You have Mega Electros. That one's pretty cool. Got Gardevoir, Mega Symphonia, Mega Diancie, Mega Brave. So that's Lucario. And then you have Mega Hawlucha, Mega Gengar, Mega Scrafty, Mega Dragonite. So those are all your Mega Attack rares, which are all really cool. So my favorite, I think, out of all the attack rares is definitely the Charizard. And then if I had to pick a number 2, it would probably be, it'd probably be the Electros, honestly. Yeah. And then I think now you're getting into the special illustration rares, or in Japanese they call it a special art rare. So yeah, Frostlass. I really like this Pikachu. That Pikachu's cool. This Mega Electros, holy cow. That thing is sweet. That's awesome. Wow. You have Bellibolt and Iono. This Mewtwo and Giovanni I really like. I really like that. Honestly, I think I like this better than the Team Rocket's Mewtwo from Destined Rivals. Like, I like how it's darker and a little bit less cartoony, and Mewtwo looks like pretty serious. I think I like this one better. Hot take, but I like that. Mega Diancie, Hawlucha. Yeah, this Akira Igawa, like, he definitely has a pretty vibrant art style. I wouldn't say his art style is my favorite, but I appreciate This is probably maybe my favorite one out of all the ones he's done. Like, he did the Mega Latios or Latios from, I think, the Mega Evolution base set. He did the Team Rocket's Moltres. He's done some other ones too, but I think this one is probably my favorite that I've seen him do. Of course, the Mega Gengar. That thing is really cool. That's going to be a huge card. Mega Gengar. Scrafty. And then ends Zoroark, Marnie's, Grimmsnarl, Pheasantipede. You have Stevens, Metagross. You have the special illustration rare Dragonite, which has Dragonair and Dratini and previous Dragonite in there. And I think I like this one because, like, this is kind of like the Mega Charizard one that has all the different pre-evolutions, but I like how this one's a little bit less subtle, or it's a little bit more subtle, that like the other evolutions are in there but they don't like take up the whole card, and like you can still see Dragonite kind of front and center, but then you can see the evolutions kind of in the background. So I really like that. It's pretty cool. And then these trainer cards are really cool. This is probably my favorite. You have Iris, who has, of course, Haxorus and Druddigon and Aggron. This card's sweet. I would love to get this card. That card's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that one's fantastic. And then you have Canary from the Legends EA game. What? Sure, okay. And then you have the Surfer. That guy's pretty cool. Just surfing it up. And lastly, Dragonite, the gold card. Which I probably prefer the Charizard gold card over a Dragonite gold card, or even like a Lucario or a Gardevoir. I think the Charizard one would be the coolest one to get, but still pretty cool. That's a Mega Ultra Rare. So yeah, definitely a sweet set. And if you kind of notice, I mean, obviously Mega Evolution's its own block, but it's still taking a lot of the themes and stuff from Scarlet and Violet. So in a way, it's like, yeah, Scarlet and Violet's done, but is it really? Because, like, you know, this is kind of taking from, like, Journey Together. This is taking from, like, Black Bolt and White Flare. This is taking from, like, Destined Rivals with all the Team Rocket, and the, you know, Cynthia was in there. And, yeah, like, obviously there's some Mega Evolution stuff going on, but I feel like a lot of this is like a continuation of what we were seeing in Scarlet and Violet. And obviously it's cool that they have a new rarity system and everything, kind of spice it up. But even these, like, you know, Pheasantipede was a Pokemon in the Scarlet and Violet game, like the Royal 3 or whatever, or Loyal 3, not Royal 3. But yeah, and obviously you have some trainers from Legends ZA. But I think as we continue to, and maybe that's kind of the opposite of what happened with Scarlet and Violet, because typically, like, when a new block starts, the identity of that block kind of is the precedent for the first, you know, couple sets, and then as the block continues, then they kind of expand to different, you know, different aspects of the Pokemon universe. Like, for example, Scarlet and Violet, you know, Scarlet and Violet base set, Paldea evolved, and then obviously Obsidian Flame's like a Charizard set, whatever. But basically, like, your first couple sets, I think, would typically be the identity of, you know, whatever generation the set is a part of. But since this is kind of like in between generations 9 and 10, and since it kind of came out prior to Legends ZA, because obviously, like, we're going to have a lot more Mega Evolutions, and like with the Raichus and, you know, stuff like that, maybe they're going to wait until a couple sets later, like maybe some next year, that will be more focused on like the stuff in Legends ZA, and less focused maybe on some of the sets from the end of Scarlet and Violet. So that's interesting for sure. So people that are, you know, sad that Scarlet and Violet's done, I mean, they're really kind of, you know, continuing on a lot of the trends and themes of Scarlet and Violet, even though we're in a different block. And obviously, like, we're not in Gen 10, so it is like an in-between. But that's definitely cool. And then just to do a quick comparison with Terastal Festival, yeah, obviously a lot of these cards I think were reprints from different Scarlet and Violet sets that kind of came out earlier. You have a lot of the Evolutions, EX cards and stuff like that. You have some cards from 151. But then when you get into, you have your A-Spec cards. And then when you get into the illustration rares, or sorry, you get into, yeah, all the different trainer cards. So you have trainers, a lot of trainer cards. And then, bam, right into the special illustration rares. So no art rares. So, yeah, these are really cool. You have all the Ogre Ponds, you have the Evolutions. You got some really cool SIRs from, you know, you have your Iron Hands, Palafin, Iron Valiant, that one's sweet. So yeah, you definitely got some cool cards for sure. Obviously the Moonbryon, different variant, Roaring Moon, that Dragapult's sweet. So yeah, it's definitely got some cool cards. But honestly, I think Mega Dream is I think, wow, that's a sweet Terapagos. I don't know. Yeah, I think just because I think this is more a nod to all the different, since this isn't the first specialty set in Scarlet and Violet, it's able to like nod to a lot of the sets that have already kind of happened. So like, you know, this was Iron Crown was one of the main cards in Temporal Forces. Like Iron Valiant was in Paradox Rift, same with Roaring Moon. You know, Petrarunt was kind of the lead in Shrouded Fable, and obviously you have all the Evolutions, so this was able to, and then you have like the Ogre Pond, so this was able to pay homage to a lot of the previous sets in Scarlet and Violet, whereas in Mega Evolution, since this is Mega Dream is the first specialty set, it hasn't really been able to, you know, have a nod to a lot of the stuff that's happened in that block, just because we're only like 3 sets in. But definitely some really cool cards. But I think just based on looking at this, I don't know if it's just like, since these cards have been out longer and I've been able to look at them more, but I think overall I'm more excited for Mega Dream, and which would be, you know, Ascended Heroes, just because I think the amount of different cards and the different rarities is more, so you have a better chance of, you know, pulling a cool card. And then just in general, I think I'm just more excited about some of the cards in there. Not to say that Terastal Festival doesn't have some amazing cards, which is, you know, Prismatic Evolution, but I'm glad Pokemon kind of course corrected a little bit, and I think this specialty set is going to be pretty awesome. So if I had to choose between, you know, buying product, like, you know, for example, if I had to choose between buying, you know, these 2 Japanese sets, either Terastal Festival or Mega Dream, I don't know, I think I'd probably choose Mega Dream, just because, yeah, there's some really cool cards in here. I think it'd be a fun set to pull some cards. I mean, Terastal Festival, I think, would be really cool as well. And don't get me wrong, but I think I would choose Mega Dream. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, so that's pretty much it that I wanted to cover in this video. Please let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And yeah, I guess if you guys were to choose between like Mega Dream or Terastal Festival, basically, what would you choose? And yeah, let me know if you guys are excited about Ascended Heroes. I know I am. I probably won't get a ton of packs, but I want to, you know, at least get enough to have one for the collection, and then maybe open up a couple on the channel and just show you guys what I get. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think it'll be a cool block. I imagine Mega Evolution probably won't last too long, maybe another like year or so, but And obviously we have the 30th anniversary coming up for Pokemon, so definitely excited for that. And yeah, I'm excited for what's in store in the future of this channel. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.